In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can create a layout using Photoshop Actions. A Photoshop Action is basically a set of steps that you can record inside of Photoshop and which you can repeat over and over again. In this case, I created 15 different layouts using a Photoshop Action. This numbers here on the top represent the name of the action. On this tutorial, we're going to use action number 5. Which is right here. We're going to need 4 square images to run this action and create a layout like this. So let's go ahead and do that. First thing we need to do is load the action. Inside of Photoshop, we're going to go to Windows and make sure that the action has a little check mark. That means the palette is in the right side. And then sometimes it's hiding behind other palettes. So go ahead and select the action palette. And the easiest way to load the action will be just to double click this .atn file. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now I have the action inside of the folder. You'll have all 15 different layouts. If we go back to the guide, here's the 15 different layouts. We're going to do action number 5. We're going to run that. Now for this tutorial, I'm using images from Jose Villa, which I recommend that you follow him on Instagram. There's a link on the description. And also you can download the free action, this one that we're doing, number 5. You can go ahead and download it in the description as well. If you want to get the entire set, go ahead and support our channel. Hit that link in the description and get the entire set. So let's go ahead and start it. So what we're going to do is we're going to arrange the images for action number 5. So the action is going to put whatever window we have forward, that will be the first image or image number 1. So let's go back to the template here. So whatever window you have forward, it's going to work on that one first, and then the image that's below it and the window will work on 2 and 3 and 4. Let me show you how that works. Let's go ahead and separate this 2. And I named the each photo 1, 2, 3, and 4 is a lot easier for me to work on. So what I'll do is I'm going to select 4, and then I'm going to go ahead and select 3. You can see 3 is above 4, and then I'm going to click on 2 and 1. That means this photo is going to go to spot number 1 once we run the action because the window is all the way forward. So go ahead and there's 2 ways of running the action. We can run it like this. We just have to select it and hit play right here at the bottom, or we can just click right here, button mode. All we have to do is just simply click the action and it'll run it for us. After it's run, it's going to separate each image into layers. So let's go back to the layers palette here. If you can't see the layers palette, go to window, make sure that the layers is checked there, and then go ahead and click on the layer, and there it is. So we have each separate image in its own separate layer that we can still move around if we don't like the layout. Let's say that maybe this group photo right here, it's better if we can move it down here. So let's find that one. That's the layer. I'm going to hit the V in the keyboard there, V as in Victor, to move that layer down. You can see Photoshop is trying to align things for me, which is kind of nice. Then I'm going to select the image there. That's underneath, and I'm going to move it down there. Okay. So if you want to change the background color, go ahead and double click right here, and you can go ahead and change the color. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave it to white. If you want to enlarge the images, because maybe you don't like the gap that's in between the images, what you do is you select the first image, hold shift, and select the last one. Is going to select all the ones in between, and we're going to right click it, hit group from layer, and you can name the folder if you want, but I'm just going to go ahead and hit OK. There's the name of the folder. You can see that all the layers now are inside a folder, so I can just go ahead and click on the folder, and we're going to transform this layer. Hit Command T to launch the transform tool, or Control T on a PC. I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to enlarge it. By holding shift, I keep the square ratio, that way I'm not distorting the image. Okay, and you can see Photoshop is trying to center those. I'm going to double click it after I'm done resizing the image, and now you can see that is right where I want it. If you want to add some sort of stroke to the image, or all images, select the group, go down here to stroke, and we can go ahead and put pretty much any kind of stroke, color. We can pick a color here with the color dropper here if we want some sort of green color or gray. We just pick it from the image itself, and then we can say it to go inside or outside the image. If you use inside, it's going to crop some of the images as you make the stroke bigger. This gives you an idea of what you can do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. All right, just give you an idea what the image size is for the final layout is 12 inches. So all the templates, all the actions are going to resize it to a 12 by 12 inch or 3600 pixels. So the image is going to be really nice and big. You can print this on a canvas, you can throw this in Instagram if you need to resize it down. And I'll show you how you can use that for other things. So again, if you want to say you want to print a 5 by 5, you just hit 5 there and hit OK. Now this image now is 5 inches by 5 inches. So most of the actions are all squared. So let me show you what you can perhaps create with these actions. Here's an example of probably a picture frame. And also Instagram. I know Instagram is a lot more square. You can create a layout for that. Again, this is my friend's Instagram username, Gohosebia, if you want to follow him. This is action number 12. If you have a book that you want to do or an album at a square ratio, this will be great. If you want to see it in mobile on a phone, this is Instagram. Gives you an idea of what you can create. All right, so let's go ahead and do, we're going to do another action. We're going to do action number 11. We're going to need a vertical image and 3 square images. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have the action palette. I'm going to load my images. I have them ready to go. Just going to drag them, open those on Photoshop. Now remember, let's go back to the guide. The action again is going to need the vertical image window to be all the way forward because it's the first image that it's gonna work on, and then 2, 3, and 4. Again, we can change those, so don't worry about those, but it's crucial that we pick the vertical image first as the window because that needs to go first. So okay, so I have 3, 2, 1. So now I have this window all the way forward. The action is ready to go. I'm clicking 11 because that's the template, and it's going to run it and zoom out and give me the entire layout for me to play with. So again, each layer is separate. So you can see, we can change the background color again. We can group those. We can resize them. If you need to resize them, go to image, image size, and resize those down. So again, don't forget to click on that link in the description. Follow my friend, follow me on Instagram. If you want to get the whole set, support this channel, go ahead and do that. Again, thanks for watching.